Okay, hello and welcome, and have we got a treat for you this evening? We are flying from Bogota to somewhere else. I've forgotten the name of the place already, but anyway, never mind that. Check out that livery. This is a retro livery celebrating 100 years of Avianca, one of the oldest, in fact I think the oldest airline in the world, and doesn't that livery just look absolutely fantastic? I really do think that is a great looking livery. I stumbled upon it on the FS Labs forums, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. After this flight finishes, I will put a link to this livery in the YouTube description, because I do think it looks absolutely splendid. And whoever's done this, when I do the link later, I will credit them. This is absolutely fantastic work, absolutely beautiful. What a great retro livery, absolutely wonderful. Anyway, enough of that, because we need to get this plane on the way. Last time I flew on this channel from Colombia in the FS Labs, we had a bit of a disaster, so let's hope that's not going to happen today. Fingers crossed. Right. So, let's get ourselves set up. I'm on VATSIM, although it's kind of pointless because there's no traffic or ATC down here. Still a little bit early in the day. Probably would be staffed later on. But anyway, nonetheless, let's crack on. Stairway engine, battery 1, 2 can be turned on. APU master. APU start. Barranquilla. I think that's how you say it. That's where I'm going. Yeah, Barranquilla. I've probably murdered the pronunciation on that. Now, I've done something. I've turned off volumetric fog on P3D just to see if it would improve FPS, although this is not really the weather to test it in. Because earlier on I did a flight from Washington up to Toronto and I had some really bad stutters on final. So apparently, so in those conditions, volumetric fog can be the culprit. I still will get fog. Quite how the depiction is going to change, I don't know. But apparently turning off, I was reading around and some guy turned off volumetric fog and it helped him. So we'll try that out. See how we get on. See what difference it makes. Right, so it's just waiting for that APU to fire up. Sometime today would be pretty cool. There we are. I don't know why I waited for that, because we still could have turned this on and set up the fuel and everything. Big idiot. Okay, so the fuel menu, please. Menu, yeah. So options, fuel load. So the fuel load we're going to be taking today is going to be. I'll just have to hop over on the sim brief a minute. 6499. Tell you what, we'll round that off to 65, shall we? There we go. 65. There, 6,500. It's about an hour's flight time. And the payload, zero fuel weight, is going to be 59.8. Quite a light load today. There we go. I'm going to turn that FMC on. Doors, we'll get those open. There we are. Because I want the GSX. Request boarding. Alright. Oh yeah, they're coming. Good. Okay, so yeah, sure. Stereo power off, cabin lights set. Flaps up, ground spoilers, tractor disarm probe, when you APU bleed on. Okay, let's get the ideas aligned now.
How are you? I'm doing good.
Gears position, enter. Yeah, we've done all that. Emergency lights can be armed. They are. Landing elevation auto. Yeah, strobe lights set to auto. Panel altimeter set. Tune Unicom, just in case we're not already. Oh, we already are on Unicom. Why is that FMC not come on? There we go. AT clearance, there isn't any. Right, we can program now. Go to the init-ref page. So we're going SKBO. I don't know why the other FMC doesn't want to turn on. We'll sort that out in a minute. SKBQ. SKBQ. And the cost index of Avianca we'll assume is the same as Delta. And flight level today is just going to be 300. There we are. So fuel weight put in. Block fuel is going to be 6.5. Clear that. Take off center of gravity 32.9, which gives us 35, 32, also about 0.8 down. I'm sure there's a, must look up how to calculate that properly. DN 0.8. Right, flex temperature, we'll worry about that in a minute. Flight plan, so we're departing out from, I think it was 13 left, yeah, 13 left, via the Ossus 1R departure. There we go. Transitioning to, I think Gikpu is our transition. There we go. Insert. So from Gikpu, it's a UQ120. UQ120 takes us into Yakar. And from Yakar, it's A301. EJA. UZ002, UZ002, and that will take us to Lollard. Brilliant. Insert, and our arrival is going to be ILS-5, I believe. Yep, ILS-5 said via the Lolu. Yeah, there we go. Come back to performance page. 40 in there. Put the V speeds in. There we go. We'll have a close look about that on departure. Right, try and get this. There we are. There's life in it. There we go. Clear out that. Alrighty. So that's all programmed up. TCAS we can now put in. There we go. Anti-skid should be on already. I do believe it is. What's our frame rate here? There's no interest. Anti-skid, where are we? That's all good. Weather radar is off thrust even if it is. Be aligned in 1 minute. Doors closed, stairways, seatbelt signs. Okay, they're still low. Gee, they're taking forever to load us, aren't they? The bloody luggage carts are only just arriving. Holy crap. Where'd they come from? Brazil? Seatbelt signs. We can pop those on now. And no smoking. We can put on. Hello! I was hoping you might turn up, seeing as I'm doing a flight in your part of the world. Yeah, not only that, but check out this livery. Yeah, look at that. That's yeah, I really like that. That's absolutely fantastic. So that's 100-year anniversary retro livery, and yeah, it looks absolutely fabulous. I'll put that in the when I finish this flight. I'll put the link to this livery in the video description. So if you or anyone else wants to use it, I really like it. It looks absolutely yeah, yeah. Look at that. It looks great, doesn't it? That is very nice. So we just got to wait for them to finish loading us up. Good old GSX is taking its time. There we go. They're done. Right, let's get those doors closed because we want to push back shortly. Menu options. Ah, okay. Yeah, I had a feeling you might. Hopefully we're going to get some good weather today. I thought I'd have good weather when I did my flight down the Middle East. We ended up landing in cloud and pouring rain, which was quite a surprise to me. So let's see how we get on here today. Beacon light. Oh, did I already turn that on? I shouldn't have done that till we're ready to push back. Never mind. Yes, stick fuel pumps on. Okay, so we're good with that. And we're ready to push back. We're departing 13 left. I just need to find out where on the airfield I am. Okay, we're there, so I need to push back to the left. Right, no problem. And on the CSX. Prepare for pushback. Ice treatment? It's not that cold, is it? Oh no. No. Nose to the left.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
What the hell's the temperature then? What's the temperature in Bogota at the moment? Right, I'm just going to go and sort the ground connections out.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Oh no, they're all as they should be. Good. Have to see what's the temperature here today. Can't see at the moment. Normally it says on 20 degrees.
Locking gear.
How's that icing conditions? GSX has finally lost the plot. I'll double check on Active Sky in a minute, but it's saying 20 degrees down here.
Departure check completed. Bypass bin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Okay.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Let's have a look at Sky weather request. So, departure station. It is 20 degrees. So, how the hell is that icing conditions? Really? Oh boy. I love GSX. Seb, oh, have I? Fine now. Hold on. I nearly forgot to set Project Fly, but I'll have to wait till I engage my parking brake when I finish pushing back now. I don't know what it is that makes me always forget to start my flight tracker, whether it be Project Fly or one of the, was it the VM Sys ones or whatever they are. So 20 degrees here, let's have a look what we can expect in our destination. There, that's 31 there. We certainly won't have icing there, that's for sure. Yeah, I know, that's what I don't understand. But yeah, I think GSX has had a few too many drinks or something. Yeah, that's I don't understand that, but we'll go with it. We'll keep it we'll keep GSX happy. So one other thing I want to check. No, I thought I started up project.
Set parking brakes.
Right. Set parking brakes. Hold on a minute. Let me just do something else. What is that? Cancel. Let's move that over there. Oh, okay. Right.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Okay. Hope you're going to start our engines in a minute. Ah, now the brakes. I just realised.
Ride is clear.
We'll try and fix that during flight, but there is an option I can change apparently. We cleared to start engines yet?
Clear to start engines.
Why, thank you. Okay, so ignition selector there. Overhead. Oh, what am I doing? Mental block. Thought I was on the Boeing for a minute. Wowzers, are we really 8,300 feet above sea level? Here we are as well. I didn't realise that that Bogota was that high above sea level. I knew Bolivia was, you know, the capital there was quite high above sea level. I had no idea that Bogota was so high above sea level as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've got some nice weather, so should get a good view of the scenery. We'll be flying over some mountain ranges, and we're off to somewhere on the Caribbean coast. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. Let's get the other engine started up now. Avianca. I thought that was EasyJet for a minute because it looks quite orange there, or at least on my screen it does, with the way the sun's shining off it. I was about to say, what the hell is an EasyJet flight doing here? But then I saw the A. Okay, so our engines are good, hopefully. Mission selector normal. Okay, AP bleed can come off now. Ground spoilers can be armed. Water brake set to max. Flaps. Oops. Set like that. AP master can come off. Yep. Taxi clearance, altimeter already set, nose lights, set those. Weather radar, we might as well put that on now. And then if I come down and do the takeoff config test, I'll probably takeoff config is normal, AP is available. Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to think. It's let me think. Colombia. It's still winter time, right, in Colombia, because you're still northern hemisphere. Am I right? I think I'm trying to think where the equator line is now. Are you northern hemisphere or southern? Oh god, I've got a total mental block. Is it? I don't know. I have to think about that. I'm pretty sure it's still in the northern hemisphere, right? Because the equator runs much further south, doesn't it? Actually, let's zoom out on this map. Yeah, because the equator. Yeah, we are northern hemisphere, surely, or not far from the equator, I guess. So it's probably more like sort of springtime, I guess. Anyway, let's get this flight on the go now. I've just got to get my map up. So let's see where we're taxiing. 13 left is our departure, so we've just got to come round to the right at the end of these terminal buildings somewhere, round to the left, and then we can depart out in short order. Right, let's go. Brakes off. Okay. Oh, I might want to change that to... not to taxi too fast, as I've still got to fix my brakes. Why are we getting so many stutters here? I thought turning off volumetric fog would help. Seem to have. Which taxiway do we want? I don't suppose it matters which one of these we take. Take the N1, shall we? See my frames. I'm getting. Oh, wow, it's quite heavy on the. Heavy on the. Oh, the brakes on this seem alright. That's weird. That's really odd. Wonder why they weren't the other day then. Huh. Mysteries of the FS Labs A320. We can go a bit faster then. So we're at nearly 8,500 feet here, and there's still mountains rising way above us. So yeah, I guess you must have some. I don't know what's the highest mountain in Colombia in feet or meters. Because the highest mountain in Europe is in the Alps. I think was it Mount Blanc, and is about 15,500 feet. So. Yeah, I wonder what the highest mountain here is. I bet it's probably higher. Okay, it's just... Okay, brakes are good. It's nice to fly A320 working brakes. Always helps. Okay, down the. I'm just surprised I'm getting such a hit on the frames. I wonder why. Yeah, that's pretty high. Oh, I haven't turned. There's a flight coming into land there. That's not VATSIM traffic. That is. I haven't turned off ultimate traffic live. Hold on. There. Right, just line ourselves up and switch all the bits on I need to switch on. Well, that's a bit disconcerting, isn't it? See the end of the runway, a massive set of mountains. They're probably a lot further away. Okay, so let's get those strobes on. Take off lights, on, packs off. Everything else I think is good. Set the clock. Okay, I think we're good to depart. Now, why have I not got the? Did I not put the 40 in? Oh, you believe I mucked that up already. Oops. Oh, I can't find the indent now. Hold on, let's just concentrate on taking off then. And rotate. Oops. Do that. Gear up. Pilot. Overheads. Max. God, the FPS. What is going on in my FPS? Holy smokes. It's probably because Bogota is such a big city. TOFA. Oh, toga conditions. I've no idea. Normally I get like a little 40 comes up, but I think I forgot to put it in on the FMC. That's an oversight on my point. I'm just really not sure why I'm getting such bad FPS here. Ah, curious. Well, not bad FPS. The status are still there, aren't they? Yeah, it keeps spiking. 1 minute 36, next minute. Oh yeah, we're already at 12,000 feet, aren't we? Because we took off so high up. Okay, take those lights off then. Seatbelts may as well turn off as well. Oh yeah, no, I did. That's okay. That's fine. That's good. Aircraft. Get a nice view of the Bogota there. Wow, what a setting, hey, for a city. Look at those mountains. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to see how places like this look in oh, my throttle's playing up again now. In Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's going to look amazing. It's really going to annoy the behave. Oh right, yeah, because we're not 10,000 feet above ground level, are we? Yeah, that makes sense. I can do the ground spoilers and turn those off. So Bogota seems to be oh my, what's going on with my thrust again? Climb thrust. Oh no, that's good. Yeah, we're good. 17,000. So that constraint. Whilst we're, see, I just want to check the plan and see what the arrival looks like. So if we step through, so make sure that makes sense. And what's going on here? Oh yeah, more or less. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. There we are. Gee, how long is it going to keep us at this altitude for? Well, I'm going to imagine that ATC has told me I can go higher, because those mountains up ahead there look wearing really close, so we're going to break the restriction there. Let's put airports on now, there we go. And we'll climb up to 30,000 feet. We'll switch over to standard QNH in a minute. Very nice. Look at those mountains. Wow, that is fabulous, isn't it? Yeah, I definitely need to do more flying in this area, that's for sure, because yeah, this is really scenic, isn't it? Switch back over to altitude restrictions. Really? 20. Why is there so many altitude restrictions? Yeah, we'll go back to that. There we go. I reckon that's to keep you low so you can appreciate the scenery better. That's why they've got so many altitude restrictions. We're in the cloud now. Now see, now it's all nice and smooth. What FPS are we getting now? Still in the 30s, 40s, 50s. Yeah, it's not bad for the FS Labs. Yeah, I mean, in reality, I would imagine if both in real life and if VATSIM ATC was online, they would have cleared me higher by now anyway. So I know there's, for example, when I fly out of Luton in the UK, if you literally follow the altitude restrictions there, it pretty much would keep you. There's one SID that would pretty much keep you at 5,000 feet, pretty much all the way out to the North Sea, to the coast. So in reality, that never happens. So yeah, I typically will ignore them. Obviously, descending's a little bit different. You certainly don't want to go below the altitude restrictions. But yeah, for climb outs, yeah, I typically, if there's no VATSIM ATC around, I just will carry on climbing as I am. Nice. So how long we got to our top descent? That is a little bit further away than I thought. Just under about 220 miles to top of descent. View out of the wing again. God, just mountains everywhere. Wow. Yeah, I'm a big fan of mountains. Where I live in the UK is rather flat. It's not dead flat. We do have some little hills. Certainly don't have any mountains here. So yeah, it's always nice to go somewhere with lots of mountains. I do enjoy that, that's for sure. So look, so I'll check something in a minute. It's not too bad. Yeah, hold on, let's yeah, it's pretty neat, isn't it? You can get some background chatter as well. And there we are, we've leveled out for our cruise. Yeah, you're very welcome. Well, I'm certainly glad I decided to come and fly across in your part of the world, because yeah, like I said, it does, yeah, it does look very nice. Yeah, sure. No, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I have. Yeah, yeah, you can do. I have switched the seatbelt signs off, so yeah, you're free to go. Yeah, I want to look on the MCDE where the brakes options are then. Options. Wonder what it comes under as then. It's not be external controls, is it? Sounds, controls, displays, visuals. Huh. Brakes. Here we go. Yeah, that's the value I need to change. So I put it on about 0.4, see what happens. There we go. Yeah, okay, super. Yeah, I've just changed a brake setting on the FMC, so hopefully that'll make the brakes a little bit more responsive. Although they weren't too bad this time, but yeah, the other day when I did, which flight was it now? Had problems with the brakes. Oh yeah, Warsaw back to Budapest, I think it was. Actually, let's just do a double check on the weather on our destination. Just want to check what the wind was again. So variable 30 knots, 340 to 40. We're landing runway 5. Well, that'll do. 2 knot winds, isn't too bad. Lovely and warm. Yeah, nice. There we go. So I don't know if there's any live ATC feeds from Colombia. Let's have a look. South America, what we got? Ah, there is. There's 2. Funnily enough, one of the live ATC feeds that I've got from Colombia is actually the airport I'm flying to, and the one I departed. They're the 2 live ATC feeds. That's interesting. I've just got the approach, so let's put the approach on. Hopefully it'll work. Just bear with me a minute. Sometimes it takes a while to connect. Right, let's see how that goes.
Barranquilla, aproximación a la Colombia 409, para el vuelo 3. Por la derecha, Bogotá, por favor. Por la derecha, 090, salir de 110, luego de despejar a todas las plantas. Este potencia solamente es después del 778.
Right, how are we doing? There's a lot of green down there.
Barranquilla, aproximación, buenas tardes, la Colombia 412, puede salir en 1710, vuela directo Locop. Directo Locop 37041.
Okay, we're about 120 miles from our top of descent. So making good progress. We've been in the air for about, yeah, nearly 25 minutes now. There's quite a lot of interference on the. Oh, you can hear him all right. I hope they can hear each other better than I can hear that guy. I'm sure they can.
Barranquilla, aproximación, buen día, Avianca 855, tras de 1500 para 370, solicito por la derecha directo a la COP.
That sound on the. I'm going to cut the feed actually because that's quite grating on me. that sound. Don't know what it is, if he's in a helicopter or something. Oh, someone else is taking off from Bogota now. Where they're off to? EPRZ. God, they've got a long trek. Right, let's put in the approach information. So let's get the weather report back up. Weather request. So arrival QNH is going to be something. Where is it now? Is it seriously not going to tell me the QNH? Huh. That's interesting. There's no Q and H. Can't be right. Why is that just guy not giving me the Q and H? Must be reading this wrong. 340 variable to 040 Kavik. 1891, no sig change. Weird. Put the other details in a minute, so I'm going to try and find that out. So 31. Magnitude wind is variable at 13, so we'll put 05/13, just for argument's sake. Not sure what magnitude you put in here when it's actually a variable wind. I just usually imagine it as a headwind, but that's probably not what you're supposed to do, but that's what I do anyway. Oh, what's going on here now? What the... Weird. Is my navigraph back open? Someone's playing up now. What's happening? Well, why is that even over here? The navigraph chart should be over here. There we go. That's bizarre. ILS 5, so ILS approach at 205 on that. And just the Q and H I need. Let's see. SKBQ. Yeah, 1009 apparently. 1009. There we go. Performance. So V approach speed 139, but I bet I'll need to take it slower to stop having a nose down attitude. 109.9 ILS frequency. Okay, we are getting closer. Brilliant. Intercepting at 2,260 feet. Okay. And we will vacate to the right on arrival. Landing runway 5, yeah. Okay, top of descent coming up soon. Anyway, sort of lakes down there, nice. Okay, too far away from my top of descent now. There's no cloud about. Oh, it's reasonable. Okay, let's begin our descent then. And the, what did I say, it was 2,260, so 2,200, take that. There we go. Yeah, we're taking runway 5. As it's on the on my VATSPY map, there's someone in a B350 flying low and slow, and they will cross over where I'm landing. So I thought I'd better just let them know what my arrival and runway is, so they're aware of that. Hopefully he'll keep out of our way. We won't come into conflict. No, he seems to have disappeared anyway. Interesting. I definitely don't have to worry about him now then. He's no longer on VATSIM. thought QNH was 10. Oh, that's because it's QNH where we are at the moment. I'll have to reset it again as we get lower. Turn that one ready. I don't know how long the runway is, where we're going. Let's check that. 9,800, so yeah, it's reasonably long enough. Reasonably long one. Oh, there we are, now we've got the QNH right. Good, why are we not slowing down to 215? Oh, we will be in a minute, I'd imagine, when we reach that point. Any second now we should slow down to 250, yeah, there we go. So let's get those out. Speed brakes, we've got the lights and seatbelts on now. Let's check the speeds I've got on here. 250, 250, 231. Ah, why have I got a disco? Crap, I didn't see that. Need to clear that out. Let's Now that's made life interesting. How did I miss that disco? Damn it. Try and catch up with the Okay, I think we're back on profile now just about. Yeah. Alright, are we? 20 miles, okay. Leaving it rather late to slow down, so I think I might start slowing us down now actually. Use a bit of speed brake to help us. We're below the that's good. Okay, oops, I'm gonna go that many on the flaps, just one. Okay, see the runway just ahead there. Landing speed is going to be what, 138. So dial that down now. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's certainly hope so. I see when that nose down again. Yeah, I'm going to slow this down a bit more because that is really annoying. So we can bring, that's better. Now that's better. Now we're in a nose up attitude. I really don't understand why it's doing that. Oh, didn't put the auto brakes on yet. There we go. 21. Configured probably a little bit too early. Oh yeah, now we've got plenty of flare. Okay. Speed ourselves up a little bit. Oh, but then we're going to sink back down to the RLS, aren't we? 130 would be good landing speed. I thought the winds were only supposed to be about 13, around about 20, and they should drop down hopefully. Well, hello, what the hell's happened there? I think the wind just swung around, didn't it? This is gonna be fun. We're really getting chucked about a bit, aren't we? Yeah, we got because we've got variable wind. That's why we. Oh, this is gonna be exciting.
1,000.
Oh, it's really chucking us about. Jeez. That wind is playing havoc. $500. $400. $100 above. Oh, we're off the centre line, damn it.
Minimum.
Damn you. Oh, this is making us work for this. Now we're a little bit too high. Oh, we got that centre line back, but we're too high. We're too high. Too high.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Ah, there we go. Very nice. Yeah, we wandered a little bit off the centre now. I think we did quite well there. Guido, hello, how are you? He just joined us as we arrive into, keep forgetting the name of the place, Barranquilla, I think. Probably pronounced that hopelessly wrong. Right, let's go and park up and have a look at the replay. So there we go. I think that's quite a good landing. The landing rate tells me it was -207. So yeah, that's okay. Not quite a batter, but we certainly didn't slam it into the runway. That's for sure. Yeah, I thought the touchdown was pretty good on that one. We'll have a look at the replay and have a closer look, but it seemed to be good. Ah, Venezuela. There we go. That's another place I can try flying. I'm sure that's got some pretty nice scenery and challenging airports. I certainly need to do some more South American flying. I think that's for sure. That's a really scenic part of the world. Oh, and the brakes work. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, let's just flick that on. Turn the engines off a second because I just need to file my file that. And I need to disconnect from VATSIM as well, obviously. Pilot disconnect. There we go. Panel states. Load states. Engines running. Confirm. Right, let's just set all the lights on I need. We'll have a look at that. Look at that landing. Let's see. So that needs to be take off. Those need to be on. Right, replay time. So, oops. If we get a tower view first, and then we'll work from there. You can see we're getting buffeted around by the variable winds quite a bit. But I think we did alright there. Yeah, it's reasonable. It could have been a little bit softer perhaps, but we weren't too far off the centre line. So yeah, I'll take that. Let's give ourselves a wing view as well. There we go. I don't know why we're getting the hydraulic sounds. It's just a sound bug, I think. So the trouble is the P3D replays do tend to be a little bit buggy, unfortunately, with sounds and other things as well, which is a shame. But yeah, this is a nice approach. And so yeah, this pretty much brings us to the end of this flight. Thank you very much for joining me, and yeah, I will be, when will I be back again? Not sure yet if I'll be back, because what's the time now? It's just going at 6:15. Don't know if I'll be on again later. If not today, then obviously should be back again tomorrow. So I leave you here with this wing view for our arrival into Barranquilla. I don't know why the reverser doesn't seem to be showing on the replay. That's weird. But anyway, there we are. That's it from me for now, and I'll see you again on another flight. Bye for now.